Goat versus Fish. Thursdays. The Mighty Versus. Welcome, Psychic Buckeye 12, to the Mighty Versus of Goat versus Fish. Prepare yourselves. Or don't. Just go into it cold. Celebration, celebration for Wow Mom, who joins the Mighty Verses. Appreciation Psychic Buckeye 12 for the news. We will ponder it for the next Newsday Tuesday segment of Goat vs. Fish. Once in 1,000 billion verses, there comes an epic situation for your contemplation and rumination. Once every 10 billion verses comes a conflict so unfathomably magnificent and splendiferous that your brain cannot contain its amazingness. Once every Thursday, forces gather from the highs and the lows, from all over the interwebiverse and all of its shows, in one place, in one space. For a conflict so grandiose that it would leave even the most verbose without anything and yet everything to say. This is no game, this is no play. It's all on the line. And when the stakes are low, emotions run high. This is Goat vs. Fish. Goats of all color and stripe assemble as one united force. Some small and with horns. Others big and fat for attack. Some standing there smiling with stupid looks on their faces, and others leaping and frolicking. Some with tiny, short little legs, and others with stout, climbing hearts. The old, the young, they're out for blood. They're out for fun. The goat. The goat. But for every goat that gathered this verses, so too were their fish. So many fish, from the deeps and the shallows, from the ponds to the rivers to the lakes. pet fish, wild fish, angry fish, mild fish, clownfish, kingfish, hungry fish, ready for combat, ready for war, ready for more goat versus fish. And as each fish eyes a goat, and each goat eyes a fish, the versus comes down to this, the versus comes down to this. Will the goat and fish find someone who triumphs in the mighty versus? Will they be able to achieve an ever rare unification? Will they find delicious snacks to eat as the fish go blub and the goat go bleat? The fish are currently on a streak of 1 win against the goat. The fish were on a streak of 7, but that 7-win streak was canceled by goat, who took 1 in the temple of goat versus fish to earn the favor of goat versus fish for the week. Goat won the next versus for a streak of 2, but then fish reclaimed it during the goat versus fish musication streams. Fish are back with a streak of 1. The favor remains with goat. And now, this goat versus fish Thursday, we will answer the one true question. Are you goat or are you fish? Who shall triumph? The goat or the fish? Welcome to the mighty verses. Welcome to the mighty verses of goat versus fish. Welcome to the celebration of goat versus fish. Welcome to the celebration that is your infatuation with goat versus fish. All we need now is a little more illumination. A little more illumination. Are you ready for illumination? Let the illumination commence. Celebration for illumination. Celebration for glorious illumination. Let us do our preparation. Let us do our preparation for the verses ahead. The verses. You may dread this verses. You may say, I can't handle it. I can't do another versus of goat versus fish. But do not lie and deceive yourself. You were born ready for the verses. You need only rise from the fence, rise from the fence, rise from the fence, goat, rise from the fence, fish. It's time to meet the verses head on. And if you don't want to do that, then back into it with your tail. Just don't flail on the fence. Don't flail on the fence. Because here on the 124th edition of the Goat vs. Fish Morning Motivation, we wake up so you don't have to. 124 consecutive verses of Morning Motivation. Goat vs. Fish believes in each and every one of you. And Goat vs. Fish accepts you into the warm bosom of Goat vs. Fish. from where we projection your powers out into your own lives. A shining beacon to all who would witness you and all of your grandeur, even as you face the danger of the universe. Even as the goat goes into work this versus. There might be fish waiting. There might be a fish waiting for goat, a fish waiting to say, hey, goat. That project was supposed to be due on my desk by 8:05 a.m., and it's currently 8:06. The goat says, well, as a matter of verses, I emailed it to you at 7:59. Have you checked your email? And the fish said, as a matter of verses, I did. But you sent it to my personal account and not to the business account. And if you don't send it to the business account, then it doesn't count. You have to follow protocols in this verses. And the goat said, but I BCC'd the business account, even as I emailed it directly to your personal account, because you told me over a 3-martini lunch last verses that you would prefer matters pertaining to this particular case be forwarded to you as well. To which the fish said, I said that you should forward them to me, not that I should be the main recipient. The main recipient should be the business account. And then you can carbon copy or forward to me the rest of the verses. And it was goat versus fish. It was goat versus fish. What an epic versus. Verses like these happen every day. They happen every day in every way. But now you know. Now you know it's goat versus fish, which gives you the verses you need to handle what's up. And celebration for Bayodan for 24 fish. It is time now for our morning liberations, our morning celebrations to get ready for the verses ahead. Liberations. Welcome, Bayodan, to Goat vs. Fish. And the YouTube poll has one goat. One goat in the verses. One goat in the verses. Celebration. Brew Lawrence Fish, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. And a belly roll has been redeemed. Worth every point. Let us now do our liberations. Whoa, that was fire dog knots. Yes, that was the belly roll of Goat vs. Fish. You can earn the belly roll of Goat vs. Fish for 2,500 channel points. or it may happen when you most expect it. Neck rolls. Neck rolls. Join Goat vs. Fish for epic neck rolls. Stretching in the morning has never been more fire. Alien with the gifted sub. Alien with the gifted sub to Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. Alien with the gifted versus. Celebration. Appreciation. Appreciation. Alien B, are you goat or are you fish? And let's swim those arms like a fish. Swim those arms like a fish. We're at 58 out of 100 subscriptions. When we reach 100 subscriptions, it will unlock another 5-hour Friday of Goat vs. Fish. You've got one in the bank, but it's time to achieve more 5-hour Fridays. More Goat vs. Fish. Arm rotations of the big kind, and now small, and now small. Hips and twists. Each and every one of these movements will prepare you for the verses ahead and will keep you from being dead. They'll keep you from being dead. Alien B21, you honor Goat vs. Fish with this amazing gift. Please join the court of Goat vs. Fish. A special versus awaits you. Special glory awaits Alien B21. For all who bring gifts to Goat vs. Fish shall receive special glory in the verses. And Alien B21 is most glorious to Goat vs. Fish. High knees, high knees. High knees. Ooh. High knees. Who's out there working your high knees? Are you working your high knees off? Are you working your high knees on? Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Goat, fish, goat, fish, goat, fish, goat, fish. Yesterday, Goat vs. Fish took part in a most epic versus. Yesterday, Goat vs. Fish went to the spa. Goat vs. Fish had a spa day. Dognot says thank you. This is my new favorite channel. Celebration for Dognots. Celebration for Dognots. Welcome to your new favorite channel. Goat vs. Fish. The underground success. The stream that's the best. Drea, first message. Are you goat or are you fish? Drea 183. Welcome to the congregation of Goat vs. Fish on Goat vs. Fish Thursday. A day of the most epic verses indeed. Ankle rolls. Roll those hooves out. Roll those hooves out. Roll those hooves out. Behold the award-winning feat of Goat vs. Fish. And Goat vs. Fish stood on the infinite plane and emanating from Goat vs. Fish, whose very feet did stand in a V shape. A V for the verses of Goat vs. Fish. A V for the verses of Goat vs. Fish. A V for the verses of Goat vs. Fish. Calf raises. And now, Blue Sam, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. BBD827, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. So very impressive is Goat vs. Fish. Impressive on every versus. And now, the morning celebrations. And over 124 episodes of Morning Motivation, Goat vs. Fish has done over 1,000 of these verses. And we feel stronger than ever. So join Goat vs. Fish. Join Goat vs. Fish for these celebrations. Fins up in the air, hooves shoulder width apart. Pointed slightly outwards like a V of the verses. And down we go. Let's get off that fence. Celebration. 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 Celebration, that's 5. Celebration, that's 6. Celebration, that's 8. Celebration, 9. And now, for the final verses, we will gather our power. Join Goat vs. Fish in this epic gathering. Celebration! Celebration. Celebration. This is your Goat vs. Fish morning motivation. Goat vs. Fish will now make a text object. Looks like this. 5 Hour Friday. Hey, GoatVsFish, what's that 100 sub goal all about? Why, it's a 5-hour Friday. Why, it was a 5-hour Friday all along. Celebration. TML, welcome to GoatVsFish. And do like the verses. Appreciation, TML is fish. For your service to GoatVsFish. For your service to GoatVsFish. Fred and Ted are here for the day's verses. Goat and Fish, we start this mighty verses of GoatVsFish with a mighty marble race, for those of you on Twitch. Exclamation play to join the marble race of GoatVsFish. You must type exclamation play in the chat of GoatVsFish. You need download nothing. All you need do is be in the Twitch chat and type exclamation play. And if you wish, you can type exclamation play followed by a number for what ball you want, because we know you love playing with your balls out there in Twitch. While you're watching GoatVsFish, you have 169 seconds to join the mighty epic verses. New Vegas wants to play. Rent Stallion wants to play. Celebration. Yester versus GoatVsFish went to a spa where GoatVsFish swam in waters hot and cold, and also in steam rooms. And it was relaxation for GoatVsFish. It was a serious relaxation for GoatVsFish. And then we ate delicious food. GoatVsFish is relaxing hard enough for each and every one of you to enjoy the relaxation of GoatVsFish. Do not despair, Goat and Fish. If you don't have the time or patience or energy to engage in relaxation, GoatVsFish can relax for you. GoatVsFish will do enough relaxing for all of you. There will be relaxation in the verses. There will be relaxation on GoatVsFish. And the Goat and Fish will engage in an epic verses of relaxation to see who could relax more on GoatVsFish. And whoever tries harder loses. Exclamation play. This will count for a verses. Exclamation play in the Twitch of GoatVsFish. And Celebration who stole a little for a 5-stream streak. Celebration. We've got Psychic Buckeye. We've got a Goat in the marble race. We've got Rent Stallion. Are you Goat or Fish? New Vegas, are you Goat or Fish? CML81 to Fish in the verses. If you type exclamation play to join this marble race, you really could be swinging the verses in the favor of Goat or Fish. So get in on that verses. Trick spin attack, go. Trick spin attack. Your marble is lacking here on GoatVsFish. Your marble is lacking here in the race of GoatVsFish. Don't the Goat want to win? Or are they just going to give it up to the Finn? Or maybe they have so much faith in their champion Psychic Buckeye 12 that they don't even need to join this marbleization race as they watch from afar. Did Trick spin attack got in the verses? Rent Stallion is Goat. Celebration for Goat. Goat versus Fish. We've got GoatVsFish leading the verses, leading the way. But GoatVsFish is not here to lead, to stay. We are merely here to show you the way. But TML81 is being caught on the fence. Rent Stallion and New Vegas 10,000. As TML81 and Rent Stallion now move beyond the fence. But who's in the lead? Why? Trick spin attack? Is it Trick spin attack? Psychic Buckeye 12. Oh no! What happened, Psychic Buckeye 12? Psychic Buckeye got yeeted. But the trick spin attack is still on the attack and is not holding back. Will this be a big marble win for trick spin attack as TML 81 finally drops down, wanting a boost. But trick spin, who seems to be partaking of a mighty doobie or something like that. Oh no, Psychic Buckeye, oh no! Navigating the fences, very well versed, trick spin, very well versed. Very well versed. Very well versed. Now into the Hall of Rotating Blades. Trick spin attack. Manages to get out with little shade. But here comes the epic fence shooter. You will be shot out of the goat side, the fish side, or straight down the fence. Trick spin, oh no, trick spin. Trick spin's going straight down the fence. Trick spin's going straight down the fence. It's too powerful, trick spin. Oh! But trick spin sticks the landing as TML 81 falls to their death and is done. But Rent Stallion, not far behind, is Rent Stallion now. Rent Stallion now overtaking trick spin. Celebration. Rent Stallion with a delightfully spinning ball of some artistic description. Rent Stallion goes centrally and now for the drop. Oh, my verses, Rent Stallion. Rent Stallion taking the short verses, and it's a triumph for GOAT. It's a triumph for GOAT. It's a triumph for Rent Stallion, the GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Celebration for GOAT. Fish seething with anger at being bested in the marble verses by GOAT. A triumph for GOAT. A triumph for GOAT. A triumph for GOAT. A triumph for GOAT. The winner is Rent Stallion. The winner is Rent Stallion. Congratulations on your triumph. And there's the board of GOAT versus Fish. There's the board of GOAT versus Fish. It's time for your morning declarations. It's time for your morning declarations. It's time for your morning declarations. Morning declaration time as we count the mighty win, the mighty marble win for the GOAT from Rent Stallion. That's one marble win for GOAT. That's one marble win for GOAT. Let us make way for the count. Let us make way for the count. Celebration, celebration. Celebration, Lysergic Freakfish with 100 bits. Lysergic Freakfish with 100 bits. Oh! Oh! Lysergic Freakfish with 100. Celebration, celebration. That's a score for Fish. That's a score for Fish. For those who are new to GOAT vs. Fish, who have not experienced the glory of GOAT vs. Fish Thursday, this classic and epic mighty indeed. This classic and epic mighty versus of GOAT vs. Fish harkens back to the original live streams of GOAT vs. Fish over 500 years ago. We count every goat, we count every fish. If you are a goat or a fish and you give a subscription or you give bits, it is counted to the score of GOAT and Fish. If you raid GOAT vs. Fish, it counts for radiation points for GOAT vs. Fish. If you win marble races, it counts for verses of Goat vs. Fish. If you spend 10,000 channel points, you can redeem a verses of Goat vs. Fish. Every way that you interact when you declare goat or fish, this counts. This counts towards the verses of Goat vs. Fish. When you bring a friend in to watch Goat vs. Fish, this counts towards the verses of Goat vs. Fish. Every way you interact with the stream counts towards the verses of Goat vs. Fish. And at the end of the stream, we're going to count it all. And if you declare goat or fish on Twitch, it counts for a goat or a fish. If you declare goat or fish on YouTube, it counts for a goat or a fish. Like and subscribe to Goat vs. Fish. It can count for double the verses. It can count for double the verses. Lysergic with 100 for fish. We count the 100 for fish. Fish dealing the response. Fish responding to the Red Stallion Goat win. Responding to the Goat win. The marble win for Goat. And a triumph indeed, and a triumph indeed. And a triumph indeed. Red Stallion is marked for Goat. And this here represents, this token represents a win. A win for Goat. A marble win for Goat. We've got Psychic Buckeye Goat. Celebration for Goat. Lysergic Fish has declared on both YouTube and on Twitch in both chats, and therefore counts for 2 fish. Counts for 2 fish verse of engagement and the 100 bits and the 100 bits. Fish currently have 100 bits. Goat have no bits. That means that for now, fish have a verses for the bits. Fish have the verses. Goat can steal the verses for 101 bits or a tip of $1 American dollar. Are you enjoying Goat vs. Fish? Is Goat vs. Fish your favorite channel? Do you want more Goat vs. Fish? Consider 100 bits of donation to Goat vs. Fish. And Holly Christine on YouTube, celebration for Goat. That's another Goat declaration whose psychic powers extends across platforms. Why not pit Google and Amazon against one another? Let the fence sitters destroy themselves in a false conflict. Let them do it. Goat vs. Fish doesn't mind, as long as the verses remain truly Goat vs. Fish. TML81 is fish. And a bonus fish for the Fred and Ted declaration. Celebration for fish. Celebration for another fish. Let us observe now. Trickspin attack goes for Goat. Trickspin attack goes for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Goat with the tricks. Goat on the attack. Sola Little Fish, the super sane fish, watching Goat vs. Fish go super insane. Goat vs. Fish going super insane on Goat vs. Fish, yes. Some say Blue Sam 034 is Goat. Your Goat is counted. Your Goat is counted in Goat vs. Fish. Celebration for Goat. Celebration for Goat. Your Goat is counted in Goat vs. Fish. Celebration for Goat. Drea183 with beautiful Goat and fish emotes. Drea183, are you Goat or are you fish? Dognots, are you Goat or are you fish? Prue Lawrence the fish. Prue Lawrence declaring fish both on YouTube and Twitch. Celebration for fish, celebration for fish. Hexy the virus, are you Goat or are you fish? Alien B21, are you Goat or are you fish? John Smith with the Goat declaration, celebration for Goat. John Smith with the YouTube Goat, celebration for Goat. Bayonin for 20 and Sola Little for fish. We've got 9 fish. We've got 9 fish in the verses. We've got 9 fish in the verses and 6 Goat. Celebration. Celebration. Cafe Jello. Which one wants to defeat the Zog? Is the Zog some kind of... What is the Zog, Cafe Jello? What's the Zog? What's the Zog? Is it a goat? Is it a fish? Cafe Jello, welcome to the epic verses of Goat vs. Fish, where we are live both on YouTube and Twitch. You are now part of an epic congregation of goat and fish who have participated in Goat vs. Fish for many, many years. Some content creators, they count metrics. Goat vs. Fish counts verses. We count goat, we count fish. And we take care of our dearest congregation. Swing straight 8 plus 1 for goat. That's a 7th goat. That's a 7th goat in the verses. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. Cafe Jello. Are you goat or are you fish? TML is fish. Says double the verses for Fred and Ted. 10 fish. Fish currently have 10 fish. Goat currently have 7 goat. But fish are indeed taking the verses of the domination, which refers to how many goat and how many fish. Fish are currently taking that verses because fish are doing the hard verses of declaring both on YouTube and Twitch, earning small advantage after small advantage. Cafe Jello, don't hesitation on Goat vs. Fish. Alien B21, you have gifted a mighty subscription to Goat vs. Fish. But are you goat or are you fish? And Red Riding Hack 3366 declares goat as well, and the algorithm is favoring Goat vs. Fish this versus. As we get new YouTube chatters here on Goat vs. Fish, like and subscribe to Goat vs. Fish. Celebration for goat. Red Riding Hack. How did you hack the system, Red Riding Hack? How did you hack the system? As a red fish challenges you for your red mantle, Red Riding Hack. The red fish challenges you for your verses of redness. The red fish, an entire army of red fish, come to challenge your red ridingness. The red fish aren't going to let you have it for free, Red Riding Hack. You've got to defend your turf. You've got to defend your turf in New Vegas. 10,000 for goat. New Vegas, 10,000 for goat. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. The great Rinse Stallion might have a part to do with this. Celebration, appreciation. It's true, Goat vs. Fish is on the continuing quest to gain more YouTube watch hours even still. So if you wish, open up that Goat vs. Fish YouTube in another browser tab and let it run forever if you wish. Celebration. The current verses. We await the declaration of the alien. The alien remains alien to Goat vs. Fish. Dog Knots remains, are you goat or fish, Dog Knots? We've got 2 fence sitters. Two fence sitters in the verses until you declare goat or fish. You're on the fence, and that is a most pitiable thing indeed. Celebration wrench. And now, a dramatic reading from Your Special by Fred Rogers. Please shout out a random page from 6. Don't ask why. Don't ask why it begins with 6. Don't ask fancy questions to Goat vs. Fish. From 6 to 127. Goat vs. Fish awaits a number from 6 to 127. Post it now. In the congregation. From 6 to 127. 111 says TML 8111. And it was written. 111. It shall be. And on page 111 of You Are Special by Fred Rogers, we have a glorious picture of what appears to be Fred Rogers talking with King Friday the 13th, who, as we know, is some distant cousin of Goat vs. Fish. They are standing pitiably by a fence, but the fence causes them no bother, because in their friendship, the fence cannot tear them apart. And as they look deep into one another's eyes, extraordinarily gay of heart, they declare unto one another, there is a close relationship between truth and trust. There is a close relationship between truth and trust. Behold the verses. There is a close relationship between truth and trust. You can trust Goat vs. Fish to bring you the truth. And because Goat vs. Fish brings you the truth, you can trust Goat vs. Fish. Truth and trust are like a goat and a fish, and a relationship is close between them. For lack of fish, you will want goat. For lack of goat, you will want fish. There is a close verses between goat and fish. Is truth the goat and trust the fish? Is truth the fish and trust the goat? If you want a stronger relationship with Goat vs. Fish, if you want a stronger trust between you and your fellow goat and fish, consider the radical action of telling them the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell them the truth. Tell them that the nature and order of the entire universe is a goat versus a fish. Tell them the truth, that you learned this truth by watching Goat vs. Fish. Tell them the true question, are you goat or are you fish? And you will learn. You will learn more about your fellow goat or fish. You know the truth is Goat vs. Fish. And you can trust Goat vs. Fish when we tell you the truth is Goat vs. Fish. And how do you know that you can trust Goat vs. Fish when we tell you the truth is Goat vs. Fish? Why, you can trust Goat vs. Fish because we told you the truth. And the truth is that you can trust Goat vs. Fish. And the trust is that you can truth Goat vs. Fish. You can trust Goat vs. Fish because we told you the truth, and you know it's the truth because you can trust Goat vs. Fish. It's a celebration. Celebration for truth, celebration for trust, celebration for Fred Rogers, and celebration for you. Goat vs. Fish trusts you, the congregation. We trust you when you trust Goat vs. Fish. The truth is, we do trust you, dear congregation. We trust you to be here in the congregation watching Goat vs. Fish on mighty streams like Goat vs. Fish Thursday. We trust you to support Goat vs. Fish. As we erect the temple of Goat vs. Fish, as we assemble a choir of Goat vs. Fish, we trust you. We trust you to continue support from Goat vs. Fish from near or from far, in ways both small and large. We trust you, congregation. Goat vs. Fish trusts you. And we know, without hesitation, that this trust is not misplaced, and no. This is the most sacred and beautiful trust that Goat vs. Fish can have the utmost strong stability forever. Why, look at Lysergic Freak Fish. Lysergic Freak Fish providing their modification services to Goat vs. Fish. over many, many, many years, giving the shout-outs when GoatVsFish says shout out. They give the shout-outs for GoatVsFish. When GoatVsFish says check out the song request list, Lysergic Freakfish posts the song request list. Lysergic Freakfish provides epic services to GoatVsFish. We trust our modification team. We trust Wow Mom, the Supremo Goat, for their mighty art of GoatVsFish. We trust them to make art of GoatVsFish. We trust Prue Lawrence to care for GoatVsFish, to be there for GoatVsFish. We trust Bayonin for 20 to be taking it easy out there for all of us versers. We trust Bayonin for 20 to be consuming of the grass of the land and the wheat of the sea, even as they put in their hard verses at the company store. We trust TML 81 to celebration with Fred and Ted. We trust Red Riding Hack. We trust Psychic Buckeye 12. Many of you have been here for many years of GoatVsFish. Many years of GoatVsFish. New Vegas 10,000. BBDH 187, Sola Little, Hexy the Virus. And there are new Goat and Fish like Alien B21 and Dogknots and Drea 183. We trust you too. We trust that through you, the verses of GoatVsFish will continue to grow. BBDH has been following GoatVsFish for 5 years and 4 months. Still here with GoatVsFish. Still here with GoatVsFish. Celebration for the congregation. Celebration for the congregation. Appreciation for your truth and trust in GoatVsFish. For your truth and trust in GoatVsFish. 3 years and 11 months of Psychic Buckeye. Celebration. Celebration. As we partake in the hydration, as we partake in the hydration. As we partake in the hydration. 4 years and 9 months for Lysergic Freakfish. GoatVsFish has decided right here, right now, that we are going to have a versus of GoatVsFish. A versus of loyalty. Oh, my versus, Pineapple Hoops. Pineapple Hoops raids Goat versus Fish. Celebration, celebration. Celebration for Pineapple Hoops who raids Goat versus Fish with 50 piney viewers. Oh, Pineapple Hoops, how we pine for you. And Lysergic Freakfish with 100 bits for GoatVsFish. Welcome B-Town 13 to GoatVsFish. Welcome Zeph000 for a piney raid. Piney. We've seen Piney dancing around. We've seen Piney dressed like a clown. Piney, an excellent guest on GoatVsFish. An excellent guest on GoatVsFish. And in the name of Piney, GoatVsFish will now perform a feat that you have never seen before. GoatVsFish will perform a feat you've never seen before. Wait, that's not a pineapple. Stop. No. GoatVsFish will perform a feat you've never seen before. Appreciation, Pineapple Hoops, for loving the stream as always. GoatVsFish will now swing our hips around with an invisible hula hoop. Behold now. The invisible hula hoop. Don't watch it go around because you can't. You can't see The profound, invisible hooping of Goat vs. Fish. It is so far beyond your mortal comprehension, and yet it maintains your attention. Who watches the hooper? Are you watching the hoop? Are you watching the hips? Are you watching me speak? Are you watching the lips? Invisible hoopage. Celebration. And now, a power you've never seen before, dear Piney Raiders. Behold the true power of Goat vs. Fish. Celebration for Pineapple Hoops. Celebration for Pineapple Hoops. Celebration for... Oh, my verses. Oh. Are you looking at the exposed midriff of Goat vs. Fish, please? Please, you flatter Goat vs. Fish. Dog knots, are you goat or are you fish? Pineapple Hoops. Are you goat or are you fish? Behold the mighty studio upgrades of Goat vs. Fish. Multiple camera angles. You must skedaddle to the park. Pineapple Hoops goes fish! Celebration for fish! Celebration for fish! Celebration for fish. That's 50 raid points for fish. And Lysergic with another 100 bits for fish. We counted your 100 for 200 for fish. And Pineapple Hoops, the fish, with 50 glorious radiation points. 50 glorious radiation points. 50 raid points for fish. 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 Fish currently leading with 3 verses to 1. Steel Stephanie Goat. Shigs Underground, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. That's the 10th goat, that's the 10th goat. If you have rated Goat vs. Fish from Pineapple Hoops and you like what you see, follow Goat vs. Fish. And let's get a shout out for Pineapple Hoops right here, right now. Little Pumpkin TV, celebration for Goat. Pumpkin Goat. Little Pumpkin TV. We have something to show you. We have something to show you. Something to show you on Goat vs. Fish. Behold! 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 Goat vs. Fish. Celebration for Pumpkin TTV who follows Goat vs. Fish. Behold.
Pumpkin patch season is over, but that doesn't mean I'm finished with pumpkins. I always plan to have a few pumpkins left over. I want to make sure my customers never run out, and I'm not worried if I have some left over because my buddies, my goats, love pumpkins.
Pumpkins are also a great seasonal treat because they store really well. As long as they're kept cool and in the shade, they can keep for several months. Now on the flip side, if they freeze and then go through the freeze-thaw process, they'll spoil very quickly. We just had a light freeze and a little snow, so I think my pumpkins are going to be just fine. The biggest thing I've got to do here is get these pumpkins spread out because I have over 200 goats coming in to eat this wonderful little treat.
200
And there's
goats.
no need to break the pumpkins because the goats have those bottom teeth and they can dig right in to get to all the good stuff on the inside.
And then the YouTube video crashed. Celebration the Uncle Bo, celebration the Uncle Bo, celebration.
Now, the guts and the seeds of the pumpkins are what they love the most, but they'll eat the entire pumpkin except for the stem.
Why the fence? Why the fence aren't you loading on Goat vs. Fish?
And these pumpkins provide a lot of protein, fiber, and vitamins
Wow,
for the
you're
goats.
making Goat vs. Fish
And the
look
pumpkin
real
seeds
great,
contain a
YouTube.
compound called cucurbitacin, which is a natural dewormer for goats.
Ooh,
Now, my goats are
deworming.
still working during this time. They're out there doing grazing contracts, so the pumpkins are just a supplemental feed. So when the goats are home, they get
You hear that, Goat? You're getting supplemental feed. You're getting bonus eats, Goat.
pumpkins, but they still get hay and corn stalks to balance out the diet. This year I was left with about a half a semi-load worth of pumpkins. And that may seem like a lot, but when I'm feeding over 300 goats, these pumpkins aren't going to last that long. So I partner with stores in my local area, and if they've got pumpkins left over, they bring them to me.
So don't miss your opportunity to give your goats a fantastic treat that's healthy for them, and they love it. If you've got leftovers or somebody in your community or a store has it, get it. It's fantastic for the herd. Have a goat.
Does that mean I don't have any worms? Well, have you been eating your pumpkins, or have you just been watching them on TV? Celebration! 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 Little Pumpkin TV. We just thought we would show you that versus. And Shig's Underground. Are you goat or are you fish? So Little Pumpkin, thank you for following Goat versus Fish. A glorious versus. A glorious versus. Little Pumpkin Goat. Little Pumpkin Goat. Little Pumpkin Goat. Shigs has not decided yet. Shigs has not decided yet. Shigs has not decided yet. They have not decided to follow Goat versus Fish. They still remain undecided. Well then, Shigs. Sounds like we need to show you something a little special on Goat versus Fish. Sounds like we need to show you something special. And while we prepare something special, we will have another marble race in the verses of Goat versus Fish. Exclamation play to join Goat versus Fish. We are where the land meets the sea. Exclamation play to join Goat versus Fish. We will put a 3 or so minute timer here. Exclamation play to join Goat versus Fish as we preparation a special versus just for you, Shigs. Just for your undecided fenciness. We will sing you a glorious song. A glorious song of Goat versus Fish. Oh, yes. And the marble race continues. The marble race continues. Dog Knots celebration. Dog Knot celebration. And now a song. And now a song for Shig's Underground. Do you be goats? 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 Do you be fish? Do you be fish? Do you be fish? Do you be goats? Do you be goats? Or do you be fish? Because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the fence. Well, goats are of the land and fish are of the sea. But a goat versus fish. Now, which one do you be? Do you be goat or a fish? Do you be goat or a fish? Because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the fence. Repeat after goat versus fish. A doobie 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 doobie. This is where you post your doobies in the chat. A doobie 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 doobie. Yes, Maz28. Now you're getting into the verses. A doobie 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 doobie. A doobie 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 doobie. Goat doobie goat doobie goat doobie goat or doobie fish doobie goat or a fish. Because the goats doobie goat and the fish doobie fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the fence. Well, a goat versus fish came up to me and said a goat or a fish. Which one do you be? Do you be goat or a fish? 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 Because the goat doobie goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? Don't sit on the because the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. The Minimal Fence Sitter that sits on the fence. But the goats do be goat and the fish do be fish. Do you be goat or a fish? How's that for verses? And we've got a declaration of fish shakes. Underground declares fish. Celebrate more fish, celebrate more fish. Celebrate more shakes, the fish. The beauty comes from within you. We promise the verses we tell you are true. What's goat versus fish? You haven't a clue. Thanks to Pineapple Hoops. To Pineapple Hoops. Thanks to Pineapple Hoops for the mighty vine raid. It's a goatfish parade. That's what the professionals do, right? They go like this. They're like, "Ooh, I'm shaking my guitar." That accomplishes something. Something happens when you do that. Who knows what it's really about? You just got to shake what the verses gave you. You just got to shake that. You just got to shake. Just shake the guitar. Make sound, you fencing beast. Just make the beautiful sounds. Just. Forgive goat versus fish. Learning how to play musication can be difficult some verses. Some verses, they don't want a cooperation with goat versus fish. Celebration for fish. Your fish shall be recorded for all time in the verses of goat versus fish. Celebration for fish, celebration for fish. And indeed, we have a marble winner. We have Wrench Stallion, who wins 2 marble wins in the same verses. Is it even versable? Can it even happen? 2 marble wins for goat in the same verses. And now we have 3, 6, 9, 12 goat. And 3, 6, 9, 12 fish. It seems like goat and fish. It seems like the verses of domination is up for grabs. We've got 200 bits for fish. We've got 50 radiation points for fish. But we have 2 marble wins for goat. It's anyone's verses. It's anyone's verses. Alien B, Commodore Friday, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Thank you for your beauty. Thank you for your beauty, Shigs. Thank you for your beauty to Goat vs. Fish. Thank you for your beauty to Goat vs. Fish. Maz28, are you goat or are you fish? Dog Knots appreciation, Dog Knots appreciation, Dog Knots appreciation. Appreciation. Lysergic Fish with the 100 bits. The subscriptions will tell you this, Goat and Fish, on this mighty versus of Goat versus Fish. The subscriptions are up for grabs. Alien B21. As a matter of versus Goat and Fish, the subscriptions are not up for grabs. Well, of course they are, but there is one subscription that was given by Alien B21, but Alien B21 did not declare Goat or Fish. So that means the subscription is currently being held by the fence. The fence sitter is currently holding the subscriptions. That means Fence has a chance to fence up this whole versus. Are you going to let this stand, Goat and Fish? Are you going to let the fence sitter stand? Are you going to let the fence sitter stand all over your verses? Are you going to let the fence sitter stand all over your verses, or are you going to do something about it? Gift a subscription or two to Goat vs. Fish as a contribution to the community of Goat vs. Fish to help them not see any fancy advertisements anymore and claim the subscriptions for Goat or for Fish. Now, during the Temple Monday streams, and thank you, PsychicPuckeye12, for asking Alien B21, are you Goat or Fish? During the Temple Monday streams, Goat earned the favor of Goat vs. Fish with their Monday win. You get to earn the favor of Goat vs. Fish when you win the Temple Monday streams. And now we are going to show you what that favor gets you. You know what it gets you, Goat? It gets you a little bit of extra special lovin' from Goat vs. Fish. No, it's not for nothing, Lysergic Freak Fish. This is its musication. You call this relaxing? You call this relaxing? Now, the favor of Goat versus Fish. Goat. Goat. You're looking great today, Goat. You know, we've loved seeing how far you've come and how strong you've grown. We know in this versus of Goat versus Fish that Goat versus Fish spends verses with Goat and Fish, but must we say, Goat, must we say, that you're just looking extra fine this versus. Look at that beard. How about some beard pets, Goat? How about some beard pets from Goat versus Fish? Don't mind Lysergic Fish. Don't mind that Lysergic Fish is leaving the verse. They're just envious that you're getting special time with Goat versus Fish. They're just envious of the favor that Goat have favor of Goat versus Fish on this versus. You adorable Goat, you. Every time we look at you, Goat, you just look more and more adorable to Goat versus Fish. And you know what, Goat? We really think that you can win this versus. We really think that you can win. Are the fish even a match for goat? Now some may say that goat versus fish shouldn't be taking sides like this, but you earned it from Goat versus Fish. You earned the favor of Goat versus Fish with your most exemplary performance on the Goat versus Fish Monday services. So we just want to say you're great. You're an amazing goat. Not just you goat, all goat. All goat in the verses of Goat versus Fish. Pets for goat. Pets for goat. This has been the favor of Goat versus Fish. This has been the favor of Goat versus Fish. We're proud of you, Goat. We're proud of you, Goat. In all of your triumphs and all of your failures, we're proud of you, Goat. You just go out there and be the best goat you can. Celebration for Goat. The favor of Goat. So favorable. So favorable. So favorable. So very favorable. Celebration, celebration. Well, Goat, does that give you the motivation? Does that give you the motivation you need for your continuation? Does that give you the motivation you need for your continuation? Now, Psychic Buckeye 12, as this versus continue, has told Goat versus Fish that there's some extra special news. That is some fancy news. Oh, my verses, yes. Oh, we heard about that. We'll cover this more in depth on the next Goat versus Fish Newsday Tuesday. But one verse is for certain. This is a fancy situation to be true. So we'll show it to you. We'll show it to you. After all, Psychic Buckeye 12 has been an exemplary goat, a true community leader here in Goat versus Fish. So when they present some news to Goat versus Fish, we're going to show it to you. The 8,800-pound SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket booster is expected to slam into the moon very early on Wednesday morning. Well, Elongated Muskrat said we were going to go to the moon. That wasn't it. Oh, but you posted that. Oh, you posted that in Fence. We thought that was the verses. in any case, this is very fence news, and if you don't want rockets to slam in the moon, maybe you shouldn't call them falcons. Maybe you should call them goat or fish. Okay, here's the verses. It looks like you're using an ad blocker. You're damn fancy. I'm using an ad blocker. Oh, my verses. They're like, no, you have to watch the fence. Goat versus fish will watch ads just to bring you content of goat versus fish. We'll do it. Buc-ee's files trademark lawsuit against family-owned Ohio Mini Mart. You've gone too far, Buc-ee's. You've gone too far. We don't want to leave it to Beaver anymore. Your insecurity is a fence embarrassment to goat versus fish. Days after John Oliver mocked Buc-ee's trademark lawsuit, the chain sued Ohio corner store over its beaver logo. How dare they? Don't they know that all fence sitters look alike? All you fence sitters look alike to goat versus fish. Donkeys, elephants, beavers, snakes, whatever you're calling yourself. How could goat versus fish even tell the difference? Fence sitters suing one another over their likeness? Gas station franchise Buc-ee's has filed another federal trademark lawsuit, this time against a family-owned corner store in Beaver Creek. It's named after the fencing beaver. It's named after the fencing beaver. Claiming its cartoon beaver logo is too similar to Buc-ee's own. The lawsuit filed July 28th in the U.S. District Court for Southern District, Ohio targets Beaver's Mini Mart, a small neighborhood carryout with no gas pumps located miles from the nearest interstate Buc-ee's. Alleges that the store's exterior sign cartoon beaver with wide eyes and a smile. Oh no, can't have wide eyes and a smile. Wide eyes and a smile is copyright Buc-ee's, everyone. Are you considering having wide eyes and smiling at goat versus fish? Better not. You're going to get sued by Buc-ee's. The lawsuit comes just days after HBO's Last Week Tonight host John Oliver devoted a segment to Buc-ee's history of suing small businesses over animal-themed logos. Oliver then introduced a squirrel mascot called Mr. Nutter Butter, created a logo that mimics the Buc-ee's style, and put branded merchandise on sale on buckoff.com, with proceeds going to hunger charity Hunger Free America. If any prominent gas station chain out there has an issue with our new logo and products and wants to get lawyers involved, then you know what to do. Bring it, says Oliver. Beaver's Mini Mart owner, Vic Boparai, has run the store for more than a decade, long after Buc-ee's expanded out of Texas in 2018. And here is some pictures of sultry creatures who are here because they're wall prints that you love. So this is what we got for the allowing ads. We allowed ads on goat versus fish, and this is what you get. Okay? Thanks. We needed that. I don't know why they would sue a small business like mine. Boparai told the outlet, I have 2 kids, and this store is how I feed them. Under U.S. trademark law, companies are generally required to actively enforce their marks to prevent brand dilution, which legal experts say often drives this type of litigation regardless of the size of the alleged infringer. Well, maybe goat versus fish. Goat versus fish is a registered trademark. Maybe goat versus fish should start suing those who use the goat versus fish logo. Maybe we should just sue every company that ever had goat or ever had fish. Although that would create a nasty reputation for goat versus fish. But it might get us in court. It might get us some coverage on some lawsuits, though. That could be a fun versus. Could be a fun versus, but GoatVsFish doesn't want to sue everyone who uses a goat or uses a fish, but if they use GoatVsFish, well then we're getting our lawyers involved. Appreciation Psychic Buckeye 12 for providing this information to GoatVsFish. Perhaps we will examination it again at a future versus. Perhaps we shall. We may look into it again. Little Lemmy! Little Lemmy celebration, Little Lemmy celebration, Little Lemmy. We think we're going to turn up the sound of that raid alert now that we've gotten some experience. Little Lemmy for 6. Little Lemmy, are you goat or are you fish? Welcome, Glorious Versus. Welcome to the Glorious Versus of GoatVsFish. It's GoatVsFish Thursday, and your choice of goat or fish could turn the tide of this versus, or may make no difference at all whatsoever. Little Lemmy, thank you for rating GoatVsFish. Are you goat or are you fish? Are you goat or fish? Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Alert box. Goat versus fish. Raids. Goat versus... Turn up the volume on this versus. Doesn't seem to be getting any louder. Oh, we just increased the image size. No wonder. Okay, now it's louder on GoatVsFish. Okay, it's superior now. Okay, it's superior now. Okay. Thank you for this experimentation. Thank you for your experimentation with GoatVsFish. Thank you for your radiation, Little Lemmy. Thank you for your Little Lemmy celebration. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Welcome to GoatVsFish. Lord Octavius celebration for the celebration. Lord Octavius celebration. Lord Octavius celebration with 100 for GoatVsFish. That's a nothing. That's a nothing. Little Lemmy is fish. Minuteman says, I am nothing. Minuteman says, I am nothing. You're nothing? What? Nothing. You think we've never heard that old verses before? If you're nothing, then how are you saying that you're nothing to GoatVsFish? Huh, got you there. And that's another Little Lemmy radiation. Little Lemmy radiation. Little Lemmy radiation with 6 for GoatVsFish. That's 46. That's 46. Lord Octavius the goat. Lord Octavius the goat with 100 for goat. With 100 for goat. With 100 for goat. With 100 for goat appreciation. 100 for goat appreciation. Minuteman says a meat popsicle. Ah, but is the popsicle goat or fish flavored? Little Lemmy with 300 celebration. Tripling the verses of GoatVsFish. Little Lemmy with 300 for fish. That's 500 now. That's 500 now for the fish. That's 500 now for fish. And 100 for goat in this epic mighty GoatVsFish Thursday. Minuteman goes fish. Minuteman fish. Celebration fish. Celebration fish. Minuteman fish. Celebration for fish. Celebration. And it's a hype training goat and fish. GoatVsFish, where are you today? Oh, says Lord Saturn. GoatVsFish, where are you today? GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish is clearly... GoatVsFish is clearly in a Bass Pro Shop. We're clearly in a Bass Pro Shop. Obviously. Celebration, Little Lemmy for 300. Appreciation. What about you, Lord Saturn? Where are you today? Celebration for Lord Saturn the Goat. Celebration for Lord Saturn the Goat. Hey, is that Goat vs. Fish song going to be on your new album? Celebration for Goat. Lord Octavius, how goes the verses? How goes the mighty verses? How goes the mighty verses? We were just shredding it up. On guitar earlier. Having a great verses. Having a great guitar type verses. We feel like shredding it up a little more. You're making breakfast? Celebration for breakfast. We think that for Little Lemmy, we'll shred it up a little more. But we appreciate your declaration of fish, Minute Man. Your declaration of fish, Minute Man. Celebration. Celebration. We are in Wichita Falls. Yes, it will be. Wichita Falls. Oh, traveling about. That was just for you. We were practicing a new song yesterday versus. Why don't we play it now? Let's hear it. Goat versus Fish. If only we could remember the title of the song that we were practicing yesterday versus. It's not Ramblin' Man. Goat versus Fish. Got it back. I'm a. Goat versus Fish. We should have kept that versus. Let's see if we can. Oh, Goat versus Fish. Can we go back in previous verses? Well, we don't even remember what it was called now, so now it's hard for Goat versus Fish to say. It's not a Rambling Man, it's a. Oh well, we could look it up by lyrics, of course. Goat versus Fish. We'll just look it up by lyrics and find it. Goat versus Fish. Every inch of highway, every foot of back road, freeborn man, the fence-born man. The Fence-Born Man by Tony Rice. Birdbrain RCH, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Birdbrain, how does 2 sound to you? There's someone who's expecting lunch from Goat vs. Fish. There's some old geezer that's expecting lunch from Goat vs. Fish. Celebration. Well, I was born down in the goat land 20-some odd verse ago, but I swam away for the first time When I was only 4 years old, I'm a fence-born man. My home is on my back. I know every inch of highway, every foot of back road, every mile of railroad track. I got a goat in Cincinnati, a little fish in San Antone. I always love the gal next door, but any place is home. I'm a fence-born man. I got the verses on my back. I know every fish a highway, every go to back road, every mile of fence road track. Well, I got me a Martin guitar, carried in an old tote sack. Well, I hocked it about 200 times, but I always get it back. I'm a fence-born man. Yeah, the verse is on my back. I know every fish a highway, every hoof a back road, every mile of fence road track. Yeah, I was born down in the goat land 20-some odd verse ago. Ran away for the fish time when I was only 4 years old. I'm a fence-born man. Those verses on my back. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know every fish highway, every hoof of bat road, every mile of railroad track. I know every fish highway, every hoof of back road, every mile of railroad track. Buckeye with 500 for goat versus fish. That was a little verses. That's a little verses. That's a little verses we've been fencing around with. Psychic Buckeye told with a mighty 500 bits. This guitar may seem familiar to someone like Birdbrain. Some say that Goat vs. Fish purchased this guitar from Birdbrain many verses ago. Celebrate our goat! Celebrate our goat! Celebrate our goat. Well, we promised you, we'd put it to nice verses. We hope we're doing you proud. Celebrate our goat. Celebrate our goat. And Psychic Buckeye with 500. With 500, thus taking the verses from the fish to the goat. The goat might be winning this verse. The goat might be winning this verses after all, even with 56 radiation points from fish. The goat are doing epic verses. The goat are doing epic verses. The goat are doing epic verses. We saw that in a YouTube short, so we've just been fencing around with that. Goat and Bitch, it's time to count the verses. It's time to count the epic verses! Epic versus counting time. Epic versus counting time. Epic versus counting time. Fish. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13s, 14 fish. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, 11s, 12s, 13, 14, 15 goat! Goat, there are more goat than fish. With bird brain, that makes more goat than fish. And Electrolab is in the verses too. Electrolab is in the verses too for another verses for goat. Unless there are any secret fish out there waiting to declare. Waiting to declare. Celebration for goat. Oh, by the verses bird brain. Well, we've got all kinds of verses to talk about as we usually do. Digital DAC, are you goat or fish? Are you goat or fish? Digital DAC. 56 radiation points for fish. That's a versus for fish. 500 bits for fish. 500 bits for fish, but 600 bits for goat. But 600 bits for goat. Goat, take that versus. Goat have 2 marble wins. The only thing that's fancy here is the subscriptions. Rent Stallion for a YouTube goat. Celebration goat. There's 1 Twitch subscription, 1 Twitch subscriber who subscribed to Goat vs. Fish, and they were a fence sitter who would not choose goat or fish. They gifted a subscription to the congregation of Goat vs. Fish, and now the subscriptions are being held by this fence sitter, by a fence sitter. Goat and Fish, will you let this shame and disgrace come upon you? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Your subscription are needed. With the fence sitter holding this 1 subscription, it gives the fence sitter a small chance. A small chance. Nice try, Rent Stallion. Nice try. A small chance to fence up the entire verses. To fence up the entire verses. Rent Stallion with 100 bits. Rent Stallion with 100 bits for goat. With 100 bits for goat. With 100 bits for goat. Celebration for goat. Rent Stallion with a glorious 100 for goat. Wrench appreciation. Second bucket of goat. So we have 4 verses for goat. We have 4 verses for goat. 1 versus for fish. 1 versus on the fence. For a total of 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. However, there's 1 other versus that's happening that has yet to be accounted for. And that is the YouTube poll. What's happening in the YouTube poll? What's happening in the YouTube poll? Let us check the verses. Goat with 67%. Fish with 33. 9 votes on the YouTube poll. 9 votes on the YouTube poll, and Goat are winning it by 67%. 6-7. That's another versus for Goat, unless the fish can somehow change their fortunes. Another versus for Goat. It's looking like Goat domination. That makes 4, 5, 6. 5 for Goat, 5 for Goat, 1 for Fish, 1 for the fence. That's a total of 7 verses in play. A total of 7 verses in play today. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7 verses in play today. And Goat have 5 of them. Goat have 5 of 7 verses. Fish have 1 of 7 verses. Fence has 1 of 7 verses. Birdbrain is on an ad. We can't have that. We can't have that. Real BRB. Goat versus Fish will not have Birdbrain on an ad break. We won't do it. Goat versus Fish is going to gift a subscription to Birdbrain. Goat and Fish. Birdbrain is a glorious member of the congregation of Goat versus Fish. They have done much to help with the Temple of Goat versus Fish, to assist Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish is going to count 60 glorious seconds for one of you in the congregation to gift a subscription to Birdbrain. If you want the glory, we won't take it away from you. 69 seconds. But if Birdbrain does not receive a gifted sub within 69 seconds, then Goat versus Fish will do it ourselves. The countdown starts now. Will Birdbrain receive a subscription from the community of Goat versus Fish? Or will it come down to the very benevolence of Goat versus Fish themselves? And Psychic Buckeye with 56 seconds left, with 56 seconds left in the verses. With 56 seconds left in the verses, Psychic Buckeye 12 gifts the verses to Birdbrain. Celebration! 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 That's a subscription. That's a Goat subscription from Psychic Buckeye 12 to Birdbrain Appreciation. That's a Goat. That is a member of the congregation supporting a member of the congregation. Appreciation, Psychic Buckeye. Appreciation for Goat. The Fence Sitter held 1 subscription, but now the Goat have 1 subscription, which means they're splitting the verses. Goat now has 5.5 out of 7 verses, and Fence Sitters only have 0.5 out of 7 verses. Here on Goat versus Fish, appreciation, and now I'm broke, lol, celebration. Goat versus Fish. 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 Broke. Everyone, Psychic Buckeye is broken. We must build Psychic Buckeye. We must rebuild Psychic Buckeye stronger, faster, and smarter than ever before. Appreciation. Appreciation for your contribution, for your glorious contribution to Goat versus Fish. Psychic Buckeye 12, mighty celebrations. Mighty celebrations. 5.5 out of 7. 5.5 out of 7 in a glorious welcome. Let's do a quick calculation. Quick calculation on Goat versus Fish. Calculation. 5.5 divided by 7. .785. We'll call it .76. We'll call it .79. 79% inverted, 21%. Why are we putting 21% next to goat? You'll see. 21%, that leads. Oh, well, we round up the verses, though. So 22%. 22% for goat. Oh, wait, no, we do want it to be 21% for goat. 21% for goat. The remaining verses, 79. 79. 79. Goat and fish. Well, they have the same number of verses. Yes. Comprehension. Goat versus fish. 79%. The more verses you have, the less percentage of the poll you need to win, because you have the advantage. So, if goat wants to win this versus of goat versus fish, 6 million fish digital deck. If goat want to win this versus, we're going to conduct a poll on Twitch. Goat only needs 21% of the vote. 21% of the vote to win. Only 21%. If goat doesn't get over 50%, it doesn't matter. Goat needs 21% to win this versus. Fish can still win. Fish have a versus from radiation, 56 radiation points. Fish would need an overwhelming majority of 79% of the poll to win. Fence, meanwhile, wait a versus. Recalculation. Goat versus fish, 1 divided by 7. Fish would need 86%. 86% to win the versus. Fence, with only half a versus to their name, would need an overwhelming 93% of the vote to fence up the verses. Now, how many channel points? How many channel points for a bonus vote? You get channel points by watching Goat vs. Fish, and your loyalty is rewarded. It's rewarded in the form of giving you an advantage in the mighty verses. Wait, what about goat? Should goat be changed? No, the goat calculation. The goat calculation is quite fair already. We already calculated the verses. But we'll double verse it. We'll double verse it for you. 5.5 divided by 7. Yes, goat need only 21% of the vote. Only 21% of the vote. We counted both fish and fence hitters as both having 1 out of 7 verses, but actually fish had 1 out of 7 verses, but the fence hitter only had 0.5 out of 7 verses, so we had to recalculate the fence. Random number generator, but the goat, we did a proper calculation, so there was nothing to despair about. Nothing to despair about for goat. A versus between 1 and 100. Generation 81. Oh, it's a steep price to pay. 81 channel points. 81 channel points for the bonus vote. It's time to make the poll. It's time to make the poll. Here on Goat vs. Fish, we math so you don't have to. Who shall triumph? Who shall triumph? Goat. needs 21%. Fish needs 86%. Fence needs 93%. And, oh, hey, nice dashboard to GoatVsFish. The number of channel points you need are 81 for a bonus vote. Everyone gets one vote, and then 81 channel points for a bonus vote. And the verses shall begin. The verses shall begin. In a glorious 3-minute poll of GoatVsFish. A glorious 3-minute poll of GoatVsFish. If you do not see the poll, refresh twitch.tv/GoatVsFish now. The poll has begun. The poll has begun. The poll has begun. This is for the whole verses. This is for the whole verses. This is for the whole verses. This is for the whole mighty verses. GoatVsFish now. Who shall triumph, the goat or the fish? Once again, if you do not see the poll, refresh twitch.tv/GoatVsFish and the Goat and Fish engage in epic combat. 81 channel points per vote. It's a hefty price, but it all comes down to GoatVsFish Thursday. You've been accumulating your points all versus. Goats now with 69 votes, with an amazing 69 votes and 52% of the vote. Needs only 21% of the vote to win. But fish are cutting into that lead. Fish are cutting into that lead now with 53% of the vote. You may be looking at this, you may be saying, 53%, that means we win. No, the fish need 86% of the vote to win. Fish only had 1 out of 7 verses. Goat had 5.5 out of 7. Advantage Goat, strong advantage Goat. Now remember, if you have 10,000 channel points, or you wish to spend bits or subscriptions, even now, you can change the number of verses. You can change the percentages live during the poll by making further actions here on GoatVsFish. The versus is not over until it's over, but we've got about 1 minute left. And the goats have been pushed back into their home turf by fish, who have 53% of the vote. But goat are stronger on their home turf. Goat are stronger on their turf. Yes, indeed, goat. Yes, indeed, goat. Yes, indeed, goat. Yes, indeed, goat now. Goat now, 38% of the vote. 38% of the vote. Fish striking back. Fish striking back now, but goat responding. Goat responding. Encrypted fish. Celebration for fish. Encrypted fish. Celebration for fish. Half a minute left in the poll. And fish, though Twitch would have you believe that fish won the poll, they got over 50% of the vote. But goat, as clearly indicated, needed only 21% to win the verses. The goat 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 win the verses. Celebration for goat. Celebration for goat. the goats do triumph. The goats do triumph over the fish. The goats do triumph. The goats do triumph over the fish. The fish put up a mighty fine verses, but the goats do triumph over the fish. The goats do triumph. The goats do triumph over the fish. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish is wherever you are, whether you're near or you're far. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish is wherever you are. Where have you come from? Where shall you go? What have you seen? Will you show? How can we learn and how can we grow? Does anyone even know? No. Does anyone even know that it's fish versus gold? Thank you for joining another glorious week of Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish has determined that the 5-Hour Friday shan't be tomorrow. The 5-Hour Friday shall be on the 28th of this verse. The 28th of this verses, the last Friday of the month. The last Friday of this month will be the 5-Hour Friday that you earned for the 500 versus American dollars. If you want to earn the next 5-Hour Friday, we have to get to 100 subs on Goat vs. Fish. We have chosen subs not because it makes more money for Goat vs. Fish, but because we want more and more viewers of Goat vs. Fish to not have to suffer the indignities of fence advertisement. Celebration for a goat! Celebration for a goat! Celebration goat! So many glorious guitars of Goat vs. Fish, each with their own delicious effect. Goat vs. Fish is tired of throwing that cable on the ground every time we don't want to use it. So what we're going to do is wonder where we put those verses that we were going to use to ensure that we didn't have to do that ever again. We put them somewhere. Maybe we need to get more. Cable management on Goat vs. Fish. We have the tools. We have the verses. We have the verses. Somewhere. Doobie Snacks, welcome to Goat vs. Fish. Doobie Snacks, the goat won. The goat won the versus, Doobie Snacks. Aren't you proud? Don't you feel great? Doobie Snacks. Goat now have a streak of 1 once again. And Fish is done, and Fish is done. Doobie Snacks, you have been a very pleasant addition to Goat vs. Fish, but this Goat vs. Fish Thursday, this mighty versus has come to a conclusion. Now we're just hanging out with Goat vs. Fish. Now we're just chatting with Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish will now allow you all to just chat with Goat vs. Fish for as long as you entertain Goat vs. Fish. So go on, start it. It's time for you to start entertaining Goat vs. Fish. It's time for you to start entertaining Goat vs. Fish. So get to it. Doobie Snacks! Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks, yeah. Oh, Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks, yeah, 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 yeah. Doobie Snacks, yeah. Doobie Snacks, yeah. With the Doobie Snacks packs, yeah. Enjoying my doobies, enjoying my doobie goats and doobie fishies. Start to get a sense that I want to have some munch in my hands, yeah. Open up the pantry and the cupboard and the fridge, but wouldn't you believe it? There was nothing to consume in it, yeah. Had to go to the local mini mart, had to use the ATM, pay a 3.5 first American dollar withdrawal fee, but it's okay, cause now I've got my snacks, got my Doobie Snacks, got some chips in hand, I got a slushie and some pizza bites, I got a taquito rolled hot dog slice, I got some Doobie Snacks, I got some Doobie Snacks, I do be packing on the pounds, cause what goes around and goes around and goes around and goes around. I got pizza rounds, I got sour candy by the pound. Gonna order some sushi from my local retailer. Gonna order some birria from the Mexican mart. I'm smart. I'm gonna use my 20% discount. I need some snacks now. I need to eat it now. Yeah, won't call it lunch, just gonna call it a munch. Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks. Doobie Snacks, Doobie Snacks. That's your new opening? Appreciation. Why, a new opening? That implies that you're a streamer. That would imply that you're a streamer. Are you a streamer, Doobie Snacks? Or are you just are you just a performer? I'm still trying to figure out how this works. Well, how's it going for you, Doobie Snacks? 5 gifted subs, appreciation. 5 gifted subs, appreciation. 5 gifted subs, appreciation. 5-hour Friday. Goal. Getting closer. Getting closer now. Goat versus Fish. Let's group these verses. Sub goal. We've done this once before. Copy that verses. Let's go now into chat verses. Here we are. Goat! Looking now at the calendar of Goat vs. Fish, yes, we say that the 28th will be a 5-hour Friday. Will be a 5-hour Friday. But we'll tell you this, Goat and Fish. We are at 64 out of 100 subscriptions, though we have no particular expectation that this would happen. If we somehow reach 100 subs today, then Goat vs. Fish will give you a 5-hour Friday tomorrow. If you really want it that bad, Goat vs. Fish will give you the 5-hour Friday if we reach 100 subs today on this very stream. We know it's extreme. But how could we deny you a 5-hour Friday if you truly did that for Goat vs. Fish? So what's going on in your verses? What's happening in your week? Goat vs. Fish is going to attend the Riff Raff at the Comedy Store this Saturday. Goat vs. Fish will not be performing on it. We are just there for attendance and support. It's a great show. It's a great show that we would sincerely recommendation. Goat vs. Fish is going to do some shopping with Bird Brain. It's going to be a fun versus. Goat vs. Fish is going to have a special guest next week on Goat vs. Fish. No one whom you may have ever heard of. No one who has any particular glory or fame to their name. But someone who is an academic and a philosopher of Goat vs. Fish, and who we think can share with you some many interesting perspectives about Goat vs. Fish. Shopping with Bird Brain should be a web series. Well, Bird Brain, anything can be a web series. As a matter of verses, we could get Zlata or someone to, not today of course, but follow Bird Brain and Goat vs. Fish around in film tools, recording a shopping experience with Goat vs. Fish and Bird Brain. That would probably make a great versus. Brent Stallion says, I have a friend from Vermont coming over on a moto trip. They have passed through Newfoundland and Labrador to get there. Long way around through remote places. It's always the best trip for our style of riding. So you like it nice and remote. You do, Brent Stallion. You like it nice and remote. And you've invited Goat vs. Fish to your remote places. Goat vs. Fish, if that invitation is still available, Goat vs. Fish should take you up on that. Goat vs. Fish likes going to remote places, spend some time near some clear fish lake waters, some open goat expanses. It can even be a frosty one, and enjoy a nice hot cup of verses out there communing with nature. Doobie Snacks appreciation. Oh, Doobie Snacks made a clip. What a nice verses. Thanks for clipping Goat vs. Fish. Thanks for clipping Goat vs. Fish. You live 20 minutes from a fjord. Goat vs. Fish has been publishing YouTube news on the Goat vs. Fish channel from our Tuesday Newsday stream. We have gotten much closer. We've gotten much closer. We've gotten much faster. We've gotten much faster at editing Goat vs. Fish clips. We're learning some new verses. And we've been lately enjoying the thumbnails of Goat vs. Fish too. Why don't we have a look at some of those now? Why, look at these glorious thumbnails of news stories. Why, wouldn't you want to click on that? Whole lies! And Goat vs. Fish crudely breaking out of a can of skipjack wild tuna. Eventually goldfish! Subscription to Goat vs. Fish. Appreciation, goldfish! Salutation, thank you for your commitment to Goat vs. Fish. Whole lies, Goat vs. Fish news. Whole Foods Market sued for greenwashing fish. Wow, what a great thumbnail, Goat vs. Fish. Goat vs. Fish, big versus going on. I wish well and staying busy. Oh, yes. Only Marms Civilization destroyed. How Trump cuts to science. Funding led to animal degeneracy. Only marms. Whitney Lynn kicked off plane for preaching the gospel. And other names that we are currently doing a test on. Wow, 29 amazing views, 43 views. We noticed, GoatVsFish, that Only Marms is getting more views, more clicks, more sultry, sexy clips than Whitney Lynn kicked off plane, but they're watching Whitney Lynn kicked off plane for preaching the gospel for longer amounts of time than they are for Only Marms. So they're just taunted and teased by the gratuitously sexy thumbnail for Only Marms. They click on it, they can't help. Whole Lies, we just uploaded that versus just this morning on GoatVsFish. Next week, GoatVsFish will be at the Booby Trap at the Illusion Magic Lounge at 7:30 p.m. on Wednesversus. Come see GoatVsFish at the Booby Trap at the Illusion Magic Lounge. Appreciation once again. Celebration for Fish, eventually gold. Celebration for Fish. And the subscription to GoatVsFish. What a beautiful versus. What a beautiful versus. But again, this is your time to entertain GoatVsFish. We entertain you all week. Now we give you this chance to entertain GoatVsFish by all verses. Tell us what's up. Obligatory celebrations for fish. Celebration for fish. Even though the goat did triumph, celebration goat. And while we're waiting for you to entertain us, we would be remiss not to give a shout out to our patrons of GoatVsFish. Patrons of the Church of GoatVsFish on patreon.com/GoatVsFish. Yes, Bezos and Google, they take half your donations. Make your versus American dollar go farther. Your presence is, of course, far more valuable than any donation you could ever make to GoatVsFish. But we're not gonna say no. Join patreon.com/GoatVsFish. For 5, 10, or 20 or more versus American dollars a month. Join the Humble Congregation, the Quaxinator, Wrench Stallion, Mama Joe Brahma Joe, Standard Average, Hi-Fi Protege, Uber Kitten, Eldergrown, Adam N, Psychic Buckeye 12, Hogrim, Bubbles, and Tugger Rugger. The Elite Humble Congregation, Prism Bloom, Napoleon Doom, That One Bulk Guy, Watt 9807, Sourdough, Atro, The Dane Wife, and Lord Saturn, and the Unification Congregation, Lysergic Fish, and I Can Fix Amber Heard. Eventually Goldfish says, oh snap, I gotta redo Patron, stand by on that. GoatVsFish is standing by. Did your verses expire, or did your verses expire eventually, Goldfish? Is this a clerical error on the part of GoatVsFish? We'll just have to tell that unpaid intern to get on the verses. New card, celebration. We wonder, GoatVsFish wonders how many patrons we've lost to new card syndrome. And then they just forget to renew on GoatVsFish. How sad that might be. How sad that might be. Glorious patrons of GoatVsFish. And of course, join the Church of GoatVsFish on Instagram. Church of GoatVsFish. There's on TikTok and YouTube as well. Church of GoatVsFish, and of course at GoatVsFish. We are at 93 followers of Church of GoatVsFish on Instagram. Soon to be 100. Soon to be 100. GoatVish. Speaking of that versus, we've got a GoatVsFish show Sunday sermons on August 30th, 6:30 p.m. If you're in the Los Angeles area or want to visit, come join for a Goat vs. Fish Sunday sermons. August 30th. Anyone who comes will be given a chance to speak if they wish, and there will be some booked by the book speakers who will be given their sermons on this mighty Goat vs. Fish, and libations and consumption will be served to all. Celebration. Celebration! Goat vs. Fish, goat. Goat vs. Fish. So Doobie Snacks, how did you find Goat vs. Fish? We remembered you came in during a temple stream of Goat vs. Fish. Was it part of a radiation? Was it part of a radiation? Just note that October on, it gets cold here. Very cold, yes. We suspect it does. We suspect it does, but that just means you can enjoy your hot beer all the more, yes? Hot beer in the Canadian wasteland, warm in my hand. I'll pop that beer right out of the fridge, and the fridge was warmer than it is outside. Open that can, poured it out my hand into a saucer, put that saucer over a flame. Now I'm drinking hot beer again, drinking hot beer again, drinking hot beer again. Give it to me, scalding warm. Give it to me. Yes, Steel Stephanie. Yes, where is Sunshine anyway? Sunshine has been suffering the indignities of allergies, but we are certain that Sunshine may stream later, so please give Sunshine all of your love and support. You can follow Sunshine on twitch.tv/itssunshine or the Sunshine Instagram. There's more hydration to finish. Goat versus fish. Well, if you really want to waste some time with Goat versus Fish, Wrench Salad Celebration. We know how we could really waste some time with Goat versus Fish. If you just want to waste time with Goat versus Fish, you may say, oh, Goat versus Fish, we want to... What offense is that? No, Goat versus Fish doesn't give offense about... that would be a way to waste time with Goat versus Fish. That would be an amazing way to waste time with Goat versus Fish. Oh, we see. They're putting these all together. The solitary Goat versus Fish. The solitary Goat versus Fish. The solitary Goat versus Fish. What does Goat versus Fish do when we're all alone? Goat versus Fish. Goat versus Fish. Purchase the verses. You must agree to all the terms and conditions. Yes, yes. install your new content? Why, yes, please. Installation. What could it be? What could it be? What could GoatVsFish possibly be installing? What could we possibly be installing for our amusement? What could we possibly be installing for our amusement? A solitary game of much interwebiverse fame. You've seen it played many verses before. And now GoatVsFish is going to entertain ourselves. Some say GoatVsFish is a joker. Some say GoatVsFish is a joke indeed. And now the joke's on you. A solitary game. Hello, my name is Jimbo. I'm here to help you learn how to play. GoatVsFish already knows how to play, but that's okay. Your goal is to earn chips to defeat the enemy blind. There are small blinds. You only need to score 300 chips to beat it. Select the small blind to start the round. I love card games. Well, you earn chips by playing poker hands. Each poker hand earns a base amount of chips multiplied by some multiplier. See your poker hands in the run info area. Here they are. More points, more multiplications. High card, pair, two pair, three of a kind, straight, flush, full house, four of a kind, straight flush, and other secret verses. Cards also earn you some chips. Hover over to see. Oh, we'll see. Now select up to 5 cards and press play hand. Appreciation. We're gonna skip this verses now. Happy me just got a call. I'll be able to do 6 weeks at home to study for my upcoming course. Won't need to travel 2 hours. That's a great verses. That's a great verses. Well, here we've got a pair of verses, but GoatVsFish, we're going to play this. We're going to play this like we know how. We want more than a pair of verses. We want more than a pair of verses. So we discard and draw again. We have 3 discards remaining. Now, GoatVsFish. 2 jacks, 2 nines. So let's discard these remaining verses. Let's try to go for the full verses. Ah, but a straight has appeared. 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, jacks. Haven't played in a long verses. What verses is that you like playing? Oh, just shy of the verses. Well, now we can do any old fencing thing because we only need 4 chips. So we'll just play 1 versus. Celebration. A triumph for GoatVsFish. We now earn monetization. If only it were so easy to earn monetization. Nicely done. Now that you're flush with cash, 9 whole versus American dollars, you can buy some new cards from the shop. Try buying this hand. Oh, that's you. I thought it was solitaire at first, lol, not a card player really. Well, it is a form of solitaire because it is played solitarily. We buy that versus. We buy that versus +4 multiplier. So now every versus that we play gets a +4 multiplication. And this versus modifications any card that you play, and then the card provides a multiplication itself. So we could do that versus, or we could buy more jokers. Jokers provide special abilities. But really, we need to save our monetization so we can buy this, the grabber, which permanently gives us 1 extra hand every versus that we play. So we're going to save some monetization and go into the next round. We'll explain this all to you. We don't want to skip the verses, we want to select the verses. When you get more cards, remember you can rearrange them. It's true. So you can rearrange the verses like this because depending on in what order you play the verses, you can achieve different effects. There's some optional verses we want to do here. GoatVsFish, settings, graphics, shadows. Shadows on. GoatVsFish. Where's GoatVsFish? Where's the windowed display monitor? VSync. High contrast cards. Yes. What's that versus? GoatVsFish. GoatVsFish. CRT bloom on? What would that do? Looks fine to GoatVsFish. Looks fine to GoatVsFish. A pair of verses? 2 pairs of verses? GoatVsFish. 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 We want the full verses. Give us a house. GoatVsFish wants a house. GoatVsFish wants a house. And we have no discards remaining, so now we just have to play whatever the fence we've got. Pair of goats and a pair of fish. With a +4 multiplication. With a +4 multiplication appreciation. And now we're just stuck with what you got. Sometimes you're just stuck with what you got in life. Sometimes you want to make changes, but you can't anymore. You just have to do the best with what you've got. Two more hands remaining. 3 tens. 3 tens. We 10 it again. We 10 it again. We do like the musications and visualizations that come with this versus. And here we are for 10 versus American dollars. Now GoatVsFish gets an extra hand every single versus. Extra hand every single versus. And with 3 versus American dollars more, with 3 more versus American dollars, we will. Let's buy this versus. The planets, the very celestial orbs, when you use them, increase the power of the hands that you play. Sort of a baseline bonus. Now, once in the verses, you have to deal with the fence. You deal with the goat blind, you deal with the fish blind, then you have to deal with the fence. And the fence has some sort of trick up of its sleeve. In this verses, the fence is called the hook. Discard 2 random cards per hand played. Well, we're close. We're close to flushing it out, so that's what we're going to go for here. For the love of GoatVsFish, for the heart of GoatVsFish. Ooh, we're actually near a straight verses here. Straight up verses? Well, let's go for it. We have a straight verses. 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s. All for the love of hearts, all for the love of hearts. Celebration! This fence cannot withstand GoatVsFish. Can't withstand GoatVsFish. Can't withstand the power of GoatVsFish. It's a triumph. It's an easy triumph. Celebration. Celebration. GoatVsFish. Do we want to buy any new verses? Do you want to purchase any new verses? No, we'll save it. We'll save it for the next one. We'll save it for the next one. Ooh, here we have dealt directly to us a full verses. Celebration, celebration. Appreciation for your celebration. And GoatVsFish is full of heart once more. The heart of GoatVsFish is always growing, but not in a way that's going to cause us any health problems. More just in a metaphorical way that allows us to love the congregation who watches us more and more and more with each passing celebration. Thank you, Rent Stallion. Now we like this versus. +5 hand size. Reduces by 1 every round, so some of these jokers are consumable. They go away after a while. But GoatVsFish is going to increase in the number of discards that we have. Always pleasant to be able to discard more. Hand size increase does not seem necessary to GoatVsFish in this versus. We'd rather get some interest on GoatVsFish, but we're going to have to increase in our power sooner or later. This 1 + 4 multiplication is not enough to carry the verses. The heart of GoatVsFish. They just keep wanting to give the heart to GoatVsFish, and who are we to deny it? Each remaining hand that you don't need in order to triumph. 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. Gives you an extra Burst American dollar once you win. Celebration. This should be a nice tidy versus. This should be a nice tidy versus. Celebration. It's nice to relaxation with the congregation. +2 chips for each remaining card in deck. It's versatile. This versus gains +3 every versus that you skip a booster pack. We don't really like that because we don't like skipping those. But we could take one. We could take one of these verses. We could take one of these verses. It's a temporary appreciation. Spectral verses. All kinds of bonuses. Add foil, holographic, or polychrome effect to one card in hand. Add polychrome to a random joker and destroy all other jokers. That could be versable. Convert all cards to a single random rank, -1 hand size. We don't need that versus. Destroy one random card in your hand and add 2 random enchanted aces to your hand. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. Goat versus fish. What to versus? We're feeling fancy. Let's go and destroy a random joker and add +1 5 multiplication. We hope we keep the standard verses, but we'll take either one. Oh well. Sometimes you want the fish and you get the goat. Oh, we choose a second versus? Oh, celebration. Destroy one random card and add 2 enhanced aces, or do we want to add? We'll just go versus fish. No, we'll do this versus. Hearts have been nice to go versus fish. Enhanced! An even more powerful heart of goat versus fish. So this versus the fence says that all diamonds have no power. You can still play with them, but they will not give you any special powers. And that's no fun. Goat versus fish wants special powers. We want special powers for goat versus fish. How dare you? How dare you? Depower goat versus fish. So you can receive additions to your multipliers, or you can receive multipliers to your multipliers. We find that it may be tempting always to get multipliers for your multipliers, and that's what you need in the long verses. But in the short verses, you just want additions to your multipliers. After all, multiplying a small multiplier is a small versus, whereas adding to a small multiplier makes it a much bigger versus much faster, after which you can do a multiplication. Many have wanted Goat vs. Fish gaming for some time. Was this what you had in mind? Was this what you had in mind? Was this what you had in mind? Ooh, we like this versus. So this particular jester doesn't add anything to your power, but it allows you to create duplications. And those duplications can be very powerful indeed. Very powerful indeed. Now we have one versus in particular, the enhanced ace, which would be the best one to do a duplication of, and there it is. So you must spend an entire hand. Your first hand may only be one card, but it creates a duplication. So let's do that versus now. And now we have permanently added one more powerful Heart of Goat vs. Fish to the deck of Goat vs. Fish. What a nice versus. We continue jacking around. Dear congregation, what sort of games are you playing these verses? How are you keeping yourself entertained? As we straighten out one more time. Goat versus fish versus goat versus fish, yes. I will be going to paddleboard the fjord later once the tides go back up. That sounds like a great game. It's true, you can think of anything as a game. Many say goat versus fish is a game. Exercise is a game indeed. Ooh, a negative versus. So there are only so many jesters that you can have to support you, but some of the jesters are inverted negative jesters that don't take up a space. But they usually don't have any other special powers. +8 multiplication. +8 multiplication if your hand contains a pair, not if your hand is a pair. Oh, we can't buy the verses? Oh, it's too costly for goat versus fish? We don't have enough first American dollars? Would we be willing to sell the DNA in order to get a negative versus? No, the DNA is too powerful. The DNA is far too powerful. We think. We hope. We hope we can triumph. And we're ready to versus again. So here's what happened. The more duplications you make of the same card, the more frequently that card shows up in your hand because you've made duplications of it, which then each successive duplication makes it easier to duplication again and again and again until your whole entire verse is just filled with your most powerful verses. It's a celebration. It's a celebration. As you can see, the celebration is happening already. Wow. Double the hearts of goat versus fish. So with each run, yes, you will find that your versus changes and grows every versus. I don't game at all. I have a PS2 that I haven't used in over a decade. Goat versus fish can sympathization with that. Goat versus fish doesn't game as much as we used to. And yet, we do find ways to waste our time most expeditiously. The game of growing the church of goat versus fish feels like it has so much more of an appeal to goat versus fish. You have to be careful this versus. But we feel like we're pretty powerful. We're feeling like we're quite powerful enough. Oh no! So now, goat and fish, we thought, oh, we're feeling powerful, but we didn't check the fence. We didn't check the fence. Because the fence this versus is all heart cards are debuffed. And what's our heart card? Well, our heart card is our most powerful versus. Oh no! Beware, goat versus fish. This could be the end of this. Could be your grisly end. We must be careful, goat. We must be careful this versus. No duplication, no replication this time. What have we got here? It's going to be close. It's going to be a close versus. It's going to be a close versus. And because this jester gives us more power, the larger our deck is, the more we discard and play into our verses, the less powerful it becomes. And that's no fun for goat versus fish. Becoming less powerful isn't something that we want to do. So do we play a weaker versus, knowing that we have more power? Or do we discard, hoping to get a stronger versus, but knowing that we're reducing our strength every time we do? Not an easy calculation. Not an easy calculation. Not an easy calculation whatsoever. What have we done? Pretty fancy. It's looking a bit fancy, goat and fish. Can goat versus fish triumph? It's looking a bit fence. Looking a bit fence. Looking fence indeed. Goat versus Fish going to have to take some sort of chance now. Goat versus Fish. What could we even do in this versus? There's no more 8s now. There's one more 9. There's more aces abound. There's 6 7s. Tight versus indeed. Tight versus indeed, and only 2 more hands to play. We're not going to make it this way. We're not going to make it this way. Eights won't get us the verses. Will 4s get us a verse? 4s couldn't get us a verses. Queens could maybe get us a verses if we were quite fortunate and got a quadruple verse. Let's see what happens. Fenciness. 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 Well, GoatVsFish, we did our verses and we think we are going to fail spectacularly. But that's okay. That's okay. We were just showing you how to play. If only we had made some other choice. If only there was some way we could have known. Oh, actually, there was a way we could have known. We just weren't paying attention. We were so captivation by entertaining you, the congregation, that we weren't even pondering how to triumph. How sad. Okay, we have one final attempt here. We could hope that we discard these verses and that 3 more queens show up. It's versable. It's versable. It's versable. It's versable. Goat versus Fish. Ah, fences. So close, but so fence. So close, but so very fence. We thought we were unversable. We thought we were unversable, but no. Look at what has happened. Goat versus Fish ran out of hands to play. No more hands, no more discards. We fenced it up. We fenced it up. Well, appreciation, GoatVsFish. This has been Goat versus Fish. This has been a versus of Goat versus Fish. Appreciation to eventually GoldFish for the resubscription. For Doobie Snacks for 5 gifted verses. For Psychic Buckeye 12 with gifting of verses to Bird Brain. Psychic Buckeye 12 with so generous to Goat versus Fish. Lord Octavius, Little Lemmy, Pumpkin, Little Pumpkin TTV. So is Little Pumpkin a streamer? Let's go have a look. Twitch.tv, Little Pumpkin. Oh, it would seem so. It would seem so. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Little Pumpkin. Little Pumpkin is having all kinds of wholesome fun on the internet. Playing gamifications, and smiling and dancing with fence sitters, and having hype. A follow for Little Pumpkin. Goat versus Fish follows you now, Little Pumpkin. And we'll give you a shout out too. Because that's what we do. And speaking of shout outs, if you are here and you're not following Bird Brain, you should do that too. We'll give our shout out to Bird Brain. first. Birdbrain's caught.
Default push up. No,
Birdbrain has caught the streaming situation. They're streaming now. Birdbrain's a streamer now. Watch out. Birdbrain's a streamer. So follow Birdbrain. And Little Pumpkin TTV. I've got a strong stream. Strong stream.
The independents, the moderates, the center-right people, the fence-sitters, they are going gonzo.
Well, this has been your versus of Goat versus Fish. This has been your week of Goat versus Fish. We'll see you on the next celebration. And Goat versus Fish is not hesitation. Goat versus Fish is dedication. The power of Goat versus Fish continues to grow. And we'll see you on the next Goat versus Fish show. Celebration for the triumph of Goat. And it was written, and it was written. Goat versus Fish. 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 Oh, no,